I'm coming to you again with another Tuesday talk. And the topic for today is this. I want to completely change my job and do something completely different. Should I pivot or keep at it? This is one of the most common questions that I get from my friends and clients. So I thought I'd talk about that. And if this is the first time you are joining my Tuesday talk, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have been here with me on Tuesdays before, welcome back. You know that I always talk about two topics. One is landing higher profile roles, or if you're already in higher profile roles, creating a bigger impact and going beyond your organization and perhaps doing some consulting work, paid mentoring, speaking, or advisory type of work. One thing is common between these two types of personas or people that are thinking about their next step, and that is this. Both of these groups want to be tapped on the shoulder, to be invited for their input, for their expertise and their experiences that they've had. The work that we do for people that they want to get in higher profile roles to higher profile roles is about positioning you. And the work that we do for people that they are already there and they want to go beyond their organization is monetizing your skills and experience. And why would a girl that her background is software engineering and business transformation talk about executive career coaching? It's because throughout my career, I have seen so many times, so many people that they are very capable, damn good at what they do, but they never get to higher profile roles. Therefore, they never get to make any calls. They're always frustrated. And the reason behind this reason for me is because I believe our corporate structure and construct needs a little bit of innovation and change. So if we make sure that right people will get to the higher positions, therefore they can make decisions and change things for better. So the topic for today is, should I keep what I'm doing or pivot and do something completely different? And this question comes from totally capable people that they are action takers, decision makers, risk takers, and they have had a successful track record of making shit happen. So it's not that it's a flippant conversation. Oh, I don't want to be doing this. I'm tired now. What's the next thing? No, it's actually a valid question. And they have enough work experience to be able to get anything they want. But the question is, should I or shouldn't? So one of the aspects of work that I want you to look at is the topic that I want to talk today is knowing where it's coming from. So in these conversations, I always have a set of structure on Tuesday Talks. It's always a concept or a model or a principle, and then a few real life examples, either from myself or my clients, and then inviting you to take an action and do something about it. Otherwise, what's the point of learning something if we can't put it into action? So today's investment is a really good investment of your time if you are one of these people that they've got to a good point and they are thinking, okay, what's next? Should I do something completely different or stay where I am in the same industry or the same line? The way I want you to think about it is this. This question, which is a valid question, might have two types of trigger. It's either internal or external. And previously, I have talked to you about internal triggers as what they could be. And today, I want to talk about external triggers. Internal triggers such as passion or purpose or misalignment in values, or if you are stagnated in where you are and you haven't been learning anything in the last 5 years of your life, those are internal. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch that. It was 2-3 weeks ago. The external ones are 5 or 6 of them, and I want you to list these ones and make a note of them and think about, is this possibly the reason for me thinking about my next move and a complete change? And here are the topics. I'll go through them one by one and then expand on them. Industry trends. You know, something specifically is changing in your industry and you know that is either coming to an end. Some industries are truly shrinking industries. Some are flourishing or new things are coming. I don't need to talk to you about AI anymore. It's really getting boring, but that's reality. Next one is economy shift. Like that's on international and national. 2 groups of countries, they will be heavily impacted by that. Those who their economy is very dependent on larger economies. And the second one are economies or countries that they are in really close competitions with their neighbors, and competition is such a big thing. So knowing what's going on, I want you to think, if I'm thinking about a complete change, is it because what I'm seeing, what's happening around me, or some other reasons? The other reason for external reason for thinking about a complete pivot could be personal and professional relationship. When your previous boss or one of your colleagues or someone from past time in university contacts you and say, hey, there's this opportunity. Would you like to come and play with us? Would you like to come and join us? It happens quite a lot, particularly if you have track record for something specific. And that's the time that you get approached for joining a startup, coming in and fixing something and contribute to a turnaround, and any of those things, basically professional past relationships. The fourth one is organization change, particularly if you are in the really large one or in the really small ones. Again, you know this one, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. That's basically all these redundancies that you see or you've observed or you were part of designing those ones. But if you're designing it for others, it might happen to you as well. These are considered external. The other one is family changes. And this one particularly is when you're thinking to move to another country because of a different lifestyle, you might consider changing your job and your career completely or be forced to. So you need to be prepared for that. Or in the case of one of my clients, his father is about to retire and he's going to inherit a $50+ million business. And what he currently does is significantly different to what is expected of him in the future. So he needs to completely change everything that he's doing. There are other reasons for changing and pivoting, but I want you to consider when you are thinking about flipping the table and going and buying that cafe or opening a Airbnb or buying a, this is that one of my friends is about to buy, buying something completely different to what your current profession is. Think about where is it coming from. If it's internal triggers, you have to deal with them differently. If it's external, we do some other activities and deciding how to deal with it. But the work that you need to do and the action that I'm inviting you to take is to look inside and find out what is the actual trigger and where it's coming from. And then after that, you can decide. And it could be multiple reasons, both internal and external, but you having that clarity will give you some sort of sense of comfort and ease that, yeah, it's something that I need to act on. And particularly with internal triggers like your passion, your drives, your desire for growth, um, needing to contribute to a cause, those are the reasons, those are the voices that they will never get quiet. In fact, that is a growing pain. Um, and the voice is going to always be there. So the clearer you are about as what is the cause of this thinking, they the easier your life will be and the faster your decision making. The internal triggers, they are always with you and it's very unlikely to go away. The external trigger, well, obviously they are external and they're coming from outside, so they might come and go, and the impact on you is out of your control. So you would deal with them somehow. But my point to you is A, identify, B, know that internals won't go away. In fact, they will get more painful over the years. And then the external are easier to manage, and that's what everyone talks about. Also, knowing that will help you, knowing what's actually the cause will help you to be able to articulate as what is the reason and what I'm after, and designing your target and your next move a lot faster, a lot clearer, and just have the clarity and drive to move forward a lot. Move forward stronger and with more clarity. That is one of the topics that was coming up quite often, and it is something that I thought I'd share with you. So yeah, that is it. Do a little bit of internal exploration and see what is this conversation and why it's coming up so frequently, and know that there are ways to deal with it and to plan ahead. For example, finding out your transferable skills if you decide to pivot is one of the basic work that we do. But the first part, knowing where it's coming from, is with you and on you. All right, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this conversation and have a little bit of contemplation moment. And I will see you next week, next Tuesday, same time and same place.